What really happened in those 30 seconds that are now shaking the global fandom? Just a casual backstage moment, or a hidden clue that the public has long overlooked? Tokyo, April 17th, 2026. A city that never sleeps has once again become a silent witness to an incident that, within hours, turned into one of the hottest topics in the K-pop world. Amid the dazzling atmosphere of the ARIRANG solo concert by Kim Taehyung, something unplanned stole the spotlight. It wasn't the grand stage performance or the mesmerizing vocals, but a brief moment, only around 30 seconds, captured discreetly backstage and now going viral across social media platforms. The video surfaced without warning, without context, without explanation. Just a fragment of reality that feels too real to ignore. In the clip, Jungkook is seen walking side by side with Taehyung in the backstage area. Both appear relaxed, far removed from the pressure of the main stage cameras. There's no formal expression, no visible distance like what's often seen in public appearances. Instead, there's light laughter, spontaneous gestures, and an interaction that feels deeply personal. Is this simply a normal interaction between two longtime friends? Or is there something deeper that has been intentionally kept out of the public eye? The glow of the main stage lights faintly pierces through the black curtains behind them. Thin smoke from stage effects creates a dramatic atmosphere, almost like a cinematic scene. In that half-dark, half-lit environment, Taehyung and Jungkook seem to exist in their own world, separate from the thousands of fans cheering outside. They begin with playful boxing movements. Not a real fight, but a small game that only they seem to understand. Jungkook raises his hands as if to strike, while Taehyung responds with slow, teasing motions, accompanied by a subtle smile he can't quite hide. No words are heard, yet their body language speaks louder than anything else. Casually, almost without pause, Jungkook playfully pats Taehyung on the backside while smiling widely. A gesture that, for some, might seem trivial, but in the context of two global figures like them, it instantly sparks countless interpretations. Taehyung immediately lowers his head. A soft laugh escapes him. His expression shows a mix of embarrassment and amusement, yet there's no sign of discomfort. On the contrary, he seems to enjoy the moment. The reaction lasts only seconds, but it's enough to make millions around the world pause, replay, and question. Is it just harmless joking between close friends? Or could it be evidence of a deeper bond that fans have only speculated about? The interaction doesn't end there. As they continue walking, Jungkook is seen placing his hand on Taehyung's shoulder several times. A simple gesture, yet one that feels meaningful, like an older brother teasing a younger one. Or perhaps something harder to define. Meanwhile, the presence of Wooga Squad in the same area adds to the warm atmosphere. The well-known group of celebrity friends appears relaxed, joking around, occasionally glancing at Taehyung and Jungkook with knowing smiles. Are they used to seeing interactions like this? Or did they also sense that this moment was somehow different? However, amid the warmth, something far more concerning suddenly occurs. Toward the end of the video, a woman, believed to have been following from the beginning, suddenly appears from the side of the frame. Her movement is fast, too fast. She approaches Taehyung as if attempting to hug him without consent. What was once filled with laughter and warmth turns tense. Taehyung appears startled, his steps briefly halting. Jungkook, standing beside him, reacts almost instantly. His position shifts as if to block or protect. And more importantly, is this part of a larger, ongoing issue within the K-pop industry? This kind of behavior is not new. In the K-pop world, the phenomenon of sassying fans, obsessive individuals who violate idols' privacy, has long been a serious concern. They don't just follow idols in public spaces. They attempt physical proximity, sometimes in ways that are potentially dangerous. In many cases, such actions go beyond disturbance. They impact the mental health and safety of the artists. Feelings of insecurity, psychological pressure, and even long-term trauma are very real risks on social media. Reactions came swiftly. Within hours, hashtags related to TAEKOOK and Wooga Squad dominated global trending charts. Fans flooded comment sections with speculation, emotions, and concern. Many focused on the interaction between Taeyoung and Jungkook, interpreting it as visible proof of their close bond. Others, however, urged caution, reminding everyone that overinterpretation can quickly become harmful. For some, it's merely entertainment, a glimpse into the real and human side of idols. But for others, it serves as a reminder that behind the smiles and laughter lie pressure, risks, and boundaries that are too often crossed. And perhaps that is the true essence of it all, that behind the grand stages and blinding lights, there exists another world, one rarely seen. A world where idols are not just performers, but individuals navigating unpredictable and sometimes dangerous situations. And yet, as the clip continues to loop endlessly across platforms, another layer of meaning begins to surface, one that goes beyond simple curiosity and enters a more complex emotional territory. Why does such a brief interaction feel so significant? Why do millions of viewers find themselves replaying the same 30 seconds, searching for details that might not even be there? Some observers argue that moments like these become magnified not because of what actually happens, but because of who is involved. When global figures like Kim Taeyoung and Jungkook appear in an unfiltered setting, even the smallest gestures can take on disproportionate meaning. A laugh becomes a signal. A touch becomes a narrative. A glance becomes a theory. But does that mean the moment itself is insignificant? Or does it suggest that authenticity, no matter how fleeting, is exactly what audiences have been craving? Behind the polished performances and carefully curated public images, there is a growing demand for something real, something unscripted. And perhaps that is why this particular clip resonates so deeply. It feels unguarded, unrehearsed, almost accidental, and accidents, in an industry built on precision, often reveal more than intended. The presence of the Wooga Squad further intensifies this perception. Known for their close-knit friendship and rare glimpses into their private interactions, their appearance in the same frame subtly reinforces the idea that what viewers witnessed was not staged, but genuine. Their relaxed demeanor, their quiet observations, it all adds to the sense that this was a real moment, unfolding in real time. Yet even within that authenticity, there is tension because the same video that showcases warmth and playfulness also exposes vulnerability. The sudden appearance of the unidentified woman does more than interrupt a lighthearted exchange. It shifts the narrative entirely. In an instant, the focus moves from connection to intrusion, from comfort to caution. And that contrast is difficult to ignore. Was the moment before the interruption a rare glimpse into their true dynamic? Or was it simply a reminder of how quickly safety can be compromised? Industry insiders have long warned about the blurred boundaries between idols and the public. The more accessible idols appear, the more some individuals feel entitled to cross lines that should never be crossed. And in an age where visibility equals value, those boundaries become increasingly fragile. What makes this situation particularly unsettling is not just the act itself, but the ease with which it seemed to happen. There was no visible hesitation, no apparent barrier strong enough to prevent it. Just a sudden movement, a near contact, and then cut. That abrupt ending leaves a void. And in that void, speculation thrives. Did security intervene immediately after? Was the situation contained before it escalated? Or did something happen beyond what the camera captured? Without official clarification, each possibility carries its own weight. Each unanswered question fuels another wave of discussion. And with every repost, every slowed-down replay, every zoomed-in frame, the narrative continues to evolve, often drifting further from the original moment. For fans, this creates an emotional paradox. On one hand, there is excitement, a sense of witnessing something intimate and rare. On the other, there is kinta, a growing concern for the well-being of the artists involved. Can both reactions coexist, or does one inevitably overshadow the other? In many ways, this incident reflects a broader pattern within global pop culture. The line between admiration and intrusion has never been thinner.